It has the largest population among all Arab countries. It's the home to Nile River. It gets only 2.5 centimeters of rainfall per year. That's what you learn or you already know about Egypt. Hello everyone, my name is Otebek and welcome to my channel. In this video I will introduce you briefly about the country Egypt. The capital of Egypt is Cairo and official language in Egypt is Arabic, and they have an Islam religion. Their main religion is Islam and government is a unitary semi-presidential republic. And area, it's 1,010,408 square kilometers. The population is 100,075,480, which was estimated in 2020, and GDP per capita is $3,047. Here you can see the map. Egypt is a Mediterranean country which is bordered by, to the north is the Gaza Strip, the Palestine and Israel, to the east the Gulf of Aqaba and the Red Sea, to the south Sudan, to the west Libya. The Mediterranean country means like the countries which are bordered with the Mediterranean Sea, which you can see above the Egypt country. The currency of Egypt is Egyptian pound. In the slide you can see the sign of it, and code for it is EGP. And for your interest I just translated it into converted it into US dollars and US soon. You can see on the slide. Egypt has an unusually hot, sunny and dry climate. Average high temperatures are high in but very to extremely high in the rest of the country during summer. The cooler Mediterranean winds consistently blow over the northern sea coast, which helps to get more moderated temperatures, especially at the height of the summer time. In the slide, you can see the Hamasine wind. The Hamasine is a hot, dry wind that originates from the west deserts in the south and blows in the spring or in the early summer. It brings scorching sand and dust particles and usually brings daytime temperatures over 40 degrees and sometimes over 50 degrees in the interior, while the relative humidity can drop to 5% or even less. The weather is always sunny and clear in Egypt, especially in cities such as Aswan, Luxor, and Asyut. It's one of the least cloudy and least rainy regions on Earth. Egypt's economy depends mainly on agriculture, media, petroleum imports, natural gas, and tourism. There are also more than 3 million Egyptians working abroad, mainly in Libya, Saudi Arabia, the Persian Gulf, and Europe. The completion of the Aswan High Dam in 1970 and the resultant Lake Nasser have altered the time-honored place of the Nile River in the agriculture and ecology of Egypt. A rapidly growing population, limited arable land, and dependence on the Nile all continue to overtax resources and stress the economy. Here in the slide I just counted some very interesting points about the economy of Egypt, which are: Egypt has received United States foreign aid since 1979, an average of $2.2 billion per year. And a new taxation law implemented in 2005 decreased corporate taxes from 40% to the current 20%, resulting in a state 100% increase in tax revenue by the year 2006. An estimated 2.7 million Egyptians abroad contribute actively to the development of their country through remittances. For the extra information, I would like to say what the remittance means. Remittance is a transfer of money. Remittances, money earned by Egyptians living abroad and sent home, reached a record $21 billion in 2012, according to the World Bank. Also, Egyptian society is moderately unequal in terms of income distribution, with an estimated 35–40% of Egyptians' population earning less than the equivalent of $2 a day, while only around 2 and 3% considered to be wealthy. On this slide you can see the president of Egypt, who is Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, but the government, the House of Representatives, whose members are elected to serve 5-year terms, specializes in legislation. In 2013, Freedom House rated political rights in Egypt at 5, with 1 representing the most free and 7 at least, and civil liberties at 5, which gave it the freedom rating of partly free. Egypt has the oldest continuous parliamentary tradition in the Arab world. Culture. Egypt is recognized cultural trendsetter of the Arabic-speaking world. Contemporary Arabic and Middle Eastern culture is heavily influenced by Egyptian literature, music, film, and television. Egypt gained a regional leadership role during the 1950s and 1960s, giving a further enduring boost to the standing of Egyptian culture in the Arabic-speaking world. On this slide, you can see two pictures of Al-Azhar Park, which is listed as one of the world's 60 great public spaces by the Project for Public Spaces, and Bibliotheca Alexandria is a commemoration of the ancient library of Alexandria. Some consider kushari, a mixture of rice, lentils, and macaroni, to be the national dish of Egypt. The three main museums in Egypt are the Egyptian Museum, which has more than 120,000 items, the Egyptian National Military Museum, and the 6th of October Panorama. Egyptians also love football, and you can see the crowd people in Cairo Stadium who are supporting their team. Let's get back to the history and look to the dates. 525 before current era, it was a conquest of Egypt by the Achaemenid Persian Empire. 343 before current era, second Achaemenid conquest of Egypt. 30 before current era, Roman conquest of Egypt. And 905, the Abbasid Caliphate conquers back to the Ptolemies. 1517, Ottoman conquest of Egypt. 1803, Mamluk rebellion in Egypt, which led the Ottomans to turn Egypt into an autonomous province. And while researching about the Egypt, I've seen on YouTube different kinds of videos, and I really like the one about the dates, about the history, where the history of Egypt every year was explained very interestingly. I recommend you to watch this video. I will share the link in the description. Thank you for being with me in the last 10 minutes. I really appreciate your time. I hope that I could give you at least one useful information. Bye bye.